Good morning, everyone. It's Isabel from Autism Untouched. I just wanted to tell you guys how well it went with Matthew this morning. I didn't record him, but I'll still do a lot of recordings. And there's such a lot of good things that happened on this first day of school that I thought I want to start this year of 220 telling you that Matthew was 8 on the 6th of January, and a few things really stood out to me this morning that I want to share with you, just to encourage you guys, especially parents that's got autistic kids, or if you are autistic or an autistic adult. um, Matthew, he was very unaware last year still about people that he meets, or people that he um, you know people he doesn't remember people really well always. But I could really see, there was a teacher's aide that met up with us this morning at the pedestrian crossing, and he has not been with Matthew's class for about a year. But Matthew immediately noticed him, and he made eye contact with him, and he greeted him, and the guy said, "Hi, Matthew," and Matthew looked at him in his eyes, and he said, "Hi." We went over the pedestrian crossing. The first morning, Matthew's teacher, she said to me, she is amazed because a lot of autistic kids normally, it just shows you, they regress over the holidays and they don't want to go to school. They want to stay in the familiar. But Matthew was actually so happy to go to his class. I don't know if you heard this morning when I recorded the video, he was saying PJ Mask. He was actually saying a few clear words, and thinking back that when he was 3 years old, as I will say in every video, because I want to encourage people that never give up hope for your autistic child, for them to become normal, in terms of speech and coping with their surroundings. It just gets better, it really does. A few years ago, a lady that I met through a special needs group, um, she was telling me she has two adult autistic sons. The one is now 24 and the one is, I think, 21. And she always encouraged me and told me, you know what, her one son was like Matthew, severely autistic, and the other one was high functioning. But both her kids, the one has gone to college, the other one is doing an apprenticeship. Her one son at college, he's tutoring another autistic child, helping other autistic kids. So yes, they do make progress. It doesn't matter what the diagnosis is in the beginning. There's hope for a bright and a successful future for your autistic child. What really made me happy this morning is to see that Matthew now, they are they've got 8 children in his class because he's in a special needs school. They are now 4 girls and 4 boys. And in the past, there was always just the autistic boys, mostly like one girl now and again. But now they are, I can see, there's more. What encouraged me is there's more exposure for autistic girls, because you don't see it often. I've spoken to so many parents. There's more focus on autistic boys and their needs and the way they do things, but there's autistic girls out there, and they are amazing. They are kind, they are fun. And because I've seen it, I've been interacting in Matthew's school with autistic kids, and really they are just as much, have just as much potential and opportunities as boys. There's opportunities for them. I'm so excited. I'm at a loss of words this morning. But yes, his first morning at school went very well. He was happy to be at school. He was excited to put his bag away, his new PJ Masks bag. I took his old bag with, and his teacher, we just put all his stuff in his new bag, because that is the one that he wants to take to school. He's comfortable, he's happy with his new bag. He's excited he got a new bag. And so we'll go with that for now. I need to get him another water bottle, because the water bottle that he's got at the moment is really hard. I struggle to open it. It's really, really tight. So I'll be looking for a new water bottle for him. It's summer here in New Zealand, but overall, he was happy to see me go, see me off. He gave me a hug, and that was it. He was in his element. He was looking at his surroundings, looking outside the window at their playground, and he was interacting with his new friends and his teacher, and making eye contact, listening if she's talking. And to you guys that's got autistic kids, you'll understand how big this is. But yes, he was interacting, and he was aware of her, of her being his teacher, and he said hi to her. He acknowledged her, where previously he would just walk into the classroom and do his own thing, completely ignoring his peers, completely ignoring his teacher, and until they would make an effort to actually stand by him. But he's much more aware this year. I can see it already of his surroundings, and he's calm. He was excited to go to school. You saw the video this morning. I wish I could take a video of him in class, but at this point it's probably not going to happen, because I can take videos of him. I mean, I love doing that, showing people how he's making progress. But it's for privacy reasons. I can't take videos of that shows other kids or his teacher. But yes, he had an awesome start in 2020 with school. It's the first day of school for him, and I'm excited to share this journey with you guys, because I really feel in my heart it's going to be a good year. For all of us, we're going to encourage each other, and we're going to trust each other. You know, my videos are not perfect, not always completely professional. It's because I'm completely amateur at this, but I'm sharing this journey because I believe people should see that autism, I will always say, it's not a death sentence. That it doesn't matter if your child have a diagnosis of severe autism or they have other issues. I've met and interacted with a lot of kids that are also got cerebral palsy, that's also deaf or autistic and deaf, autistic and cerebral palsy, or selective mutism and autism. And I can tell you there's potential in every child. I've seen kids' lives be turned around and anxiety just go, how they blossom and they become confident. It all depends on how we approach it as parents. Remember, like I said to you guys, don't stress out about family and friends who don't understand your journey. Especially the beginning of this year, I was talking about that, because this is about your journey. If you are autistic, or your child's journey if they are autistic, and it's about making the best of the opportunities we have and making the best of what we have available to us, the resources. So this year I'm going to take all the help I can get, all the therapy for Matthew, but I'm also going to go with my gut feeling, and I'm going to be respectful of professionals, but also be bold if I feel something is not a right fit for him. And I hope that you are encouraged to know that Matthew is 8. He's making progress. He was diagnosed as non-verbal at 5 years old and 3 years old. He was not talking at all. He only started talking after he was 6 years old. And he is talking. I mean, you heard in the video he's saying, he repeats a lot of the things that I say, yes, but he also says a lot of the things out of his own. And I think it is amazing how I can see that and share that with you. This is the world we live in, is we can share with each other. And I can encourage you that wherever you are at in life with your child or as an individual, it's never too late to follow your dreams. It's never too late to start therapy with your child it doesn't mean if they didn't have speech therapy or any kind of therapy from a young age that it's a lost cause. Remember that. Like I said, my oldest son, he's was never diagnosed, but he's got all the Asperger's traits that there is on the spectrum. And he's studying, he got his license. Things that never looked possible at some stage of his life because of his anxiety, but he overcame that, and so can you, and so can your child. So don't worry too much and enjoy your child. I just want to update you guys about Matthew's first day of school, how he started. It was a good start. He was positive, happy to be there, excited to learn, and what his journey is going to be this year, wherever it takes us, I'm going to share it with you. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.